Hey guys, I just did a podcast on the 10 tactics that helped us go from 27 members all the way to 1,200. Strap yourself in. It's absolutely kick-ass podcast, probably one of my best yet. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so guys, today I'm going to cover the 10 best tactics we use to grow our fitness business. So, a lot of things when we're growing a fitness business, right? It's about how many leads you can generate and how many sales you can close. And unless that's kind of growing within your business, is we don't really focus on retention too much. Because what I say to a lot of people, it should be relatively easy to retain 20 to 50 members. Once you get up to that 150, 200, 250 members, it's a completely different ballgame. But guys, today is all about tactics, okay? I'm going to talk about the top level tactics and give you like an overview of what we did, right? I'm not going to go into like exactly how we did it. I just want to spark you up with a couple of ideas on what you can do within your fitness business to grow. So if you're in a position now with, if you're under 50 members and you want to get to 100, or if you're at 100 and want to get to 200, I just want to make sure that you write a couple of notes down, because these are the exact tactics we use to go from 27 members all the way to 1,200. Now, the first one, guys, is referrals. So every time I talk to fitness businesses, they say they get, referrals every week. One of the things is you want to track it. Okay. And what we found in our businesses is when I was working in the clubs myself and, training people and things like that, we would obviously get a lot of referrals because I would really focus on it. Now, the issue that we had down the line is when I wasn't training and my business partner Connor wasn't training, right, our referrals kind of dropped a little bit. So we had to set up better systems in place, which starts with tracking. How many referrals do you get per week? That's like the basic level of it. But what we did that worked incredibly well is we had a referral meeting every single week. It only went for 15 minutes. And within that meeting, every single trainer in our gym would ask 5 members for a referral. Now, when you run it through, because our trainers would look after about 50 to 60 clients on their retention list, which I'm about to talk to like a little bit later. But that means that they would ask every member for a referral roughly every 8 to 12 weeks, right? Because if you don't ask, you don't get. Now, there's some systems around asking for referrals, correctly and things like that, which you can all get within our Inner Circle program. But set up that meeting so you are actively asking for referrals every single week, and you're tracking. I asked Jimmy for a referral. What was his reply? What was the result? Then you also want to run referral challenges every quarter. So one of our best ones, and it's totally not relevant now because of COVID, but one of our best ones is we gave a $1,500 Flight Center voucher away for anyone who referred a friend and started a program for us this month. And it went absolutely bonkers. Like, we got so many people referring friends for a free 7-day pass, and then those members staying on because we ran a really great service. But using those referral challenges with a really, really kick-ass gift really helps. And you can get a massive influx of people. I don't even remember the numbers exactly that month, but I know it was well over 15% of our total membership base referred a friend, and then those people stayed on. It pretty much covered everything we needed that month to grow. So running referral challenges every quarter is a very, very smart way to do business, and you want to make it incredibly exciting with some kick-ass gifts and things like that as well. Now, the next one's the most basic one. I talk about this a lot, guys, but, everyone's so obsessed these days with, growing their Instagram following and, having a friends list on Facebook. It's like such a vanity metric. But if you're not messaging all your new followers and all your new friends, you are losing hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. And I know it's so basic, but if it's basic, we should do it every day. And I know everyone watching this or listening to this, wherever you are, probably aren't doing it at the moment. And I just want to make sure that you do it. And a very simple message, someone follows would be, hey, Amir, thanks so much for connecting. Do you live around the Brookvale area? Because my gyms are in Brookvale in Sydney, right? Very basic, building rapport. I'm not asking Amir to jump into bed with me and sign up on our program on day one, right? We're building rapport, and then there's messenger scripts that come off the back of it. You'll be surprised how well that works. And guys, if you haven't been doing it, you can go through on Insta, find all the people who have followed you the last couple of months, Make sure you say hello to everyone in your network. It goes a really, really, really long way. The next one you try to talk a lot about, guys, is Facebook ads. Okay, I'm not going to go into the mechanisms of what ads we ran and everything like that, but every single week we're spending $750 to $1,000 on Facebook ads to grow our business. The way that we would track it, right, is because we sold our program at the time for $199, right? You spend $750 on ads with even half decent sales follow-up. We obviously had incredible sales follow-up and we had teams, but you spend $750, you're only going to have to get 4 people to pay you the $199 to cover your ad spend. So in your ad spend every week, tracking, there's 100 metrics you can track, but the 2 fucking biggest ones that I want you to track is how much did you spend? How much revenue did you get back within the business? And then how much future revenue did you get back? Because those people will stay on. And that's how you can track your return on ad spend, which I don't care what anyone says is the most important metrics to track on any type of paid marketing, right? Don't go into cost per clicks and lead cost and everything is all relevant, but those are the most important numbers for a business owner to look at to make sure that everything is working. Now, the next 2 guys are using personal networks, right? I believe it's everyone's role within a business to grow that business, okay? Now, what I mean by that, you can see my cat in the background, the little Louie, right? What I mean by that, guys, is has everyone in your network, like everyone you might have, played footy with or went to school with or friends that you've met or, when I was younger, I'd go out a lot, like I'd go to like pubs, I was a bit of a young wildcat, right? Has everyone in your network done a session in your gym, right? Because you're doing a disservice to them if you haven't invited them down for, we would use like 3 free personal training sessions at the start. Then when we changed to more of a group training model, we would do like a week's free training because we believe my gyms were the very best in the area, right? And I'll go hands up against anyone. Like I would back our product against absolutely fucking anyone. So I'm doing a disservice to my friends, to my family, to my network if they're not fucking training with me and they're training at a local gym down the road, right? So you want to use your network, right? And just ask yourself, has everyone you know trained with you, right? If the answer is no, there is easy another 5, 10, 15 clients just waiting for you to invite them, which is as simple as going, hey, Nath, man, how's things been tracking? I haven't caught up in a bit. Brother, I've just kind of realized that you haven't popped in for a session for us at our gym yet, right? Do you want to come down for a session? I'd love to give you like a free PT session or like a 7-day pass, right? Keep it nice and simple, guys. And that builds into point 5. Anyone who you employ within your business, it is their duty and their fucking obligation to grow that business. I cannot stand trainers within clubs who refuse to do any marketing, refuse to grow the gym, and they just want to like come in, like get paid and just do their sessions, right? It's absolutely makes me sick. So you want to make sure you use your trainer networks as well. So one of the things we'll do whenever a trainer got started, when we hired them, we'd go, hey, over the first 2 weeks, you've got to get 10 of your friends and family down for a free 7-day pass, right, with us, so you can, show them where you work and, see what kind of service they're in. So we start to build that culture in. But then we would work with their trainers because, I've got my network, Amir's got his network, Nathan's got his network, 3 different people. We all do different stuff on the weekends. We all went to different schools. We all might play different sports, right? So you want to work with your trainers to teach them and mentor them to get people from their network in. Because if you can do it, they can do it, right? And you make it as easy as possible. That's why we use free trials of, 3 free sessions and 7-day free pass. So there's absolutely no barrier to entry, right? If I was talking to Amir today, I'm like, mate, come down code 5, free 7-day pass. If he lived and worked in the area and had the slightest interest in training and getting, fitter and healthier, it is an absolute no-brainer for him. And then obviously would sign them up for a 24-week program off the back of it. But we got some amazing things, guys, off our trainer networks. We got an amazing affiliation with the netball club, which had like 800 players. We got connections with surf lifesaving clubs. We had their mom, their dad in, their cousins, their girlfriends, everything like that. And it wasn't being like a super hard ass about it. It's just going like, hey, Nate, like, we really want to grow the business. We want to get up here to 500 members. So you have security, we have security. It's all happy days, baby, right? All I'm asking for you to do is get me one person from your network each week And then when we were talking about joint ventures, which is a big part of our marketing, we would actively ask them, like, are you in any sporting clubs? And you'd kind of know, what school did you go to? You know, are you part of any affiliations like surf lifesaving clubs and things like that? So then we could leverage their network so that they could hit their target of getting one person in their network to join on a free trial at our gym each week. Or we could coach them on how we get access to a big joint venture partner, which is like the netball club that I said, right? But using those two networks heavily, right, single-handedly got us from 27 members to 130. And I'm going to be honest, guys, we stopped it, right? We stopped it because I'm an idiot, right? And we started running Facebook ads, and I thought, like, just went all in that like tangent. And then we got stuck again at about 330 members. And then the best thing I always think about is, you know, that quote of what got you here won't get you there is like such bullshit, right? But when you're kind of thinking about it, as I go, what were some things that I was doing that got us into the position where I am today? And I went and reviewed everything, and I was like, I'm not using my personal networks anymore. I'm not inviting people down. And then we started to add this stuff back in, and that's what got our singular club from like 330 all the way up to like at the peak of it, we're at 550, but we kind of settle around that 520 member mark consistently over the year. And so, guys, we've only got a couple of points left, right? The next one I want you to tread carefully on, but I will say it, we did spend $10,000 optimizing our website. This was down the line within our business, okay? Because we were posting blogs and we had like Google ads and we had like a lot of presence, a lot of people were hitting our website, and straight up, our website was not optimized for lead generation. Okay, so I was that the person that did spend 10K on a website. It was one of the best investments we ever did. I don't want you to do this like as of today and drop 10K, because you'd be better off spending your money on Facebook ads in the time being. But there's going to have to have a time where your website matches your brand and it's super kick-ass and it converts a lot, right? So just have a think about everything in life and everything you do from these conversations and these tactics that you're watching, right? Timing is everything. And you need to get the timing of when you invest in like a really kick-ass website right, because I don't want you to drop 10K because it doesn't get you a massive amount of leads, but having a better converting website and those members pay you 2K is smart business. Just make sure you get your timing right when you do optimize the hell out of your website and make it like super kick-ass, like the best in the area. Right. The next one that we did really well was sporting clubs and affiliations. So for those who, know a little bit about me, I played like a lot of AFL when I was in like my 20s, right? I played rugby league when I was younger, then played AFL in my 20s after I had a couple of injuries with my mates and absolutely loved it. Now that club had some of the most amazing memories of my life, like winning premierships, a lot of friends, a lot of good times, a lot of big nights out with the boys. It was amazing, right? But the most amazing thing out of it is we leveraged that club and we're very active within that AFL club where we got all our friends down, we got the wives down, we got the club president down, we got the coaches down, we trained them, like we'd go down in preseason and like flog them like in training and we'd get them in the gym. And that was an amazing lead network for us. And it built amazing things off the back of it, right? Because the club was like doing well. Then we got like the junior club affiliated with it. Now we've got another couple of local AFL clubs. But I think single-handedly off that sporting club, they probably generated us about $500,000 in income over our time with them. But we were heavily involved in that club and we helped them and they helped us. And we had, all our logos over their singlets, and it's absolutely amazing. And sporting clubs were a really big part of us growing consistently because they have an email list. They have like a text messaging list. They have a Facebook group where you can go in and you can do offers maybe about your 28-day program or your preseason program or, a new class that you're offering or your kids training, right? Because what you're buying with these sporting clubs is you're buying their network, you're buying their email list, their text messaging list, their Facebook groups where you can actively market in it, right? And sometimes it's as simple as exchange, guys, of you going down and training them in their preseason and, training them when they're wet weather nights. There's actually no money involved. But then once you get bigger and you talk to bigger clubs, there is some types of monetary exchange. But I'm not going to go into that about how that works. But sporting clubs really, really helped us grow. So we've only got 3 more, guys. And the next one's like such a basic one. You probably can tell from listening, if you're watching, like how passionate I am about marketing, because no leads, no sales, bankrupt business, and you're completely in a bad place, right? Leads always overcome sales, because otherwise, if you don't have anyone to talk to, you can't sell. I don't care if you have Jordan Belfort on the phones. If he's got no one to talk to, no one's going down, right? We would actively spend 1 hour a day marketing our business, right? We have like a marketing 101 plan that we get in our programs. I did that for 4 straight years. I did it myself, right? I'd get up in the mornings, I'll do it at 10 a.m. I'd, do it at different times, but it would get done every day, because I realized that if we're not generating 25 to 30 leads every week, there's no way our club will be at 280 members, because we don't have enough people to sell, right? So you must have the discipline to do that. And in time, I'll be incredibly grateful, right? Because we got VA teams to help me with the ads, and we got VA teams to help with organic messaging. But I was at a stage of mastery then. I didn't just give it to a VA because I didn't want to fucking do it, and I didn't know how to do it, and I wasn't willing to learn the needed tricks to get this done. I knew how to do it. I had done it consistently with incredible discipline over years. So then when I had a VA, or I had our team, teach them, I was at a level of mastery where then I could teach them, I could mentor them, I could guide them to do it the way that I want to do it, which I'm not saying is the right way, right? My way isn't necessarily always the right way, but at least it got done consistently in the way that I wanted it done, right? By doing it for 1 hour a day for like 4 years. You guys will only have to do it 1 hour a day for like 3-4 months, right? But then when you do outsource it, making sure you have mastery in those skills before you bring on a virtual assistant, and you can't teach them, you can't mentor them, you can't train them. That's where most people go wrong with their marketing, and especially when they want to outsource this stuff. Okay. Same with your team. You can't give someone something to a trainer unless you can teach them to be a master at it within 30 days. And guys, the last 2, and the number 9s, I was going to move this up in the list because it's probably one of my favorite ones, but just releasing our war plan on the first week of every month. So for those in our Inner Circle program, you know what the war plan is. It's a text message and an email sequence you send out to any lost members and ex leads, right? You want to make sure every month you are giving the people in your network who aren't currently training with you, ex-clients, people who have registered interest, but the timing wasn't right and they didn't come in, a new offer to train with you. We would rotate from 7 days free to a 14-day paid to 28 days paid to 6 weeks paid to 10 weeks paid, right? Every offer was different each month, and would simply look back and go, hey, what was the offer we sent Amir in the list last month? It was a 28-day challenge for $199. Okay, cool. Let's send them a 12-week offer this time, right? Giving them different looks. But what that does, that gets you ahead of your lead target every single month, right, in the first week, which is an amazing feeling, because we had to generate like 100 leads a month just to kind of reach our goals, right? So to be able to get like 10 or 15 on the first day, and we had massive lists. I think we got about 10,000 people on our email list over many years. So we would always be well ahead of our lead target in week 1. It was absolutely amazing. We generally don't message them more than once per month, just so you know. If we really needed to and we needed a drive phase for whatever reason, we'd message them twice, but I wouldn't do that consistently, guys. You'll burn out your list pretty hard. And guys, the last one, and I got on this a little bit late. This is kind of when we had our 3rd club opening, but I regret doing it sooner, but that's life, is running Google ads, right? We obviously had a kick-ass website, and we realized what we're converting off, and that, our website leads were a higher quality than our Facebook leads, right? Because they're searching for the website, they're going on. And what we found is with our Google ads is you definitely don't get the volume you get on Facebook ads. Like, you're not going to get 25 leads a week from Google, right? But you're going to get about 3 to 7 really, really high quality ones who are searching like, strength training near me, or personal training near me, or gym close by, or, losing weight, right? Whatever you're targeting your SEO, and we used a company for this. But then you get a really high quality lead. You've got to have a really kick-ass landing page or website to convert them, right? But Google ads were a really, really amazing part of our journey. And it definitely helps, guys, because all leads, the way I would think about it, because we needed 100 leads a month, right? That was our target. And if I looked at things of going, hey, like if I can just get 2 leads a week off Google, that actually is going to cover 1 month of our lead generation over the year, right? We get 104. So then when I started to break it down in targets, and I was like, if I can get one person a week from my network, that covers half a month. And if my, trainer can get one person a week, that covers another half month, because I'll get 52 leads over the year. And we started to like really decompress it to a stage where we always hit our lead target every single month, pretty much. Obviously, a couple of months we didn't, a couple of months we went way over. But being able to do these and break down these tactics will help you grow your fitness business incredibly quickly, right? And you just want to piece it together, use the right tactic at the right time. If you guys ever want any help on this, please reach out to me absolutely anytime. Would really love to help you guys on it. And I hope you got a little bit of value from that today.